SuperTalk Mississippi media production. Pike County, here comes your morning show. Dave in the morning on 93.5 FM, SuperTalk Mississippi.
So now, understand, you're not going to dictate to me what I do and what I don't do, but I'm still the mayor, Mr. Brown.
None of this meeting is recorded. None by any parties. Correct?
No, mine is recorded. I'm being accused.
Any conversation.
Said I want to make it on record. I want the allegations in writing, or the accused, or on recording of this harassment.
And now, here's your host, Dave Hughes.
Good Thursday morning to you. How are you doing? Dave Hughes here on a very nice day outside. Not as cold as it has been. I think I may have to go back to just 2 layers instead of 3. 3 layers weren't enough at the beginning of the week, but it's getting nicer. And, of course, it always brings a warm glow to everyone's heart whenever we have North Pike Thursday. Like that segue, Coach?
Very nice.
Yeah, I thought so. Ron Kessler, Terrell Anderson with us because it is, well, we're about to get to crunch time for basketball, aren't we?
Absolutely. It's that time of year. March Madness right around the corner.
Oh, yeah, for
sure. For us, it's in February.
February Madness.
That's
it. The February freak out.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah, you got to keep the alliteration, right?
Yes, sir.
And, you know, you hate to characterize it as now the games really count because they counted all the way from the first tip-off of the season, but there's a little more on the line right now, isn't there?
Absolutely, yeah. We are going through our district schedule for the second time, playing everybody that second round of the district play, and you get everybody's best shot every night, and you got to be on your P's and Q's and make sure your players are prepared because it counts. And we're playing for seeding right now. And we are fortunate in about 2 weeks to be able to host the district tournament here at North Pike. And so these next 3 games that we have to finish out this district season is huge for us for seeding purposes.
Now, that's both boys and girls. And, Coach Anderson, you said your boys and the girls basically have the same record.
Yes, sir. We kind of been like that all season long for some reason. And it's not losing to the same teams, but we just been kind of staying around the same identical record. We're both 19-6 at the current moment. And like I said, I told Coach we got to break the curse the last game because it seemed like when the girls would lose, it's like we would follow suit and lose right behind them. So the last game we were able to break it. I think the girls had lost, and then we ended up winning. Coach was like, go get it, man. Break it.
Yep.
Well, and that's something I was going to ask because some people might think there would be some sort of friendly competition between you two for who could wind up with a better record or who could do this or that. But it's really more of a team activity coaching-wise. You guys want each other to win.
Absolutely. I mean, he is my assistant. I am his assistant. We are in this thing together, and we're pulling for each other just as much.
It's, however, still deep down. Deep down, there's going to be a little bit of grief given if one of you winds up on top, right?
Oh, I'm sure that's just the nature of the beast.
Now, here's the other thing you have to remember. We've got 2 successful seasons going on. You're hosting the district tournament. You both got you were mentioning seeds before we came on the air. Number 1 seed, I think you said?
The boys are,
the
yep.
Boys?
Yep, boys are sitting at number 1, and the girls are sitting at number 3 in a very good spot right now. If you finish first or second in the district play, you get a bye in the district tournament, which punches your ticket to South State automatically. you will play in a semifinal game on Thursday night and a consolation or championship game on Friday night. If you finish 3rd through 6th, you have to play that first night on Tuesday night. Seed 3 will play 6, 4 will play 5. The 3-6 winner will take on the number 2, and the 4-5 winner will take on the number 1 on that Thursday night. So it is. We're sitting really good in boys right now at number 1. We can basically control our own destiny with Laurel, Natchez, and Brookhaven left on our schedule. Boys win out, they're going to be number 1 seed. Girls got some work to do. We could probably hold on to that number 3 seed. We'd have to beat Brookhaven next Friday, February 6th, and beat them pretty good to be able to probably jump them for the number 2 seed. But I think we're pretty much locked in right now at the 3 seed, and it's fine. We're in that spot. We would potentially take on a Natchez team who is right now winless in the district. But again, when you get to this time of year, anybody can win on any given night.
That's right.
And you never know. So you prepare like you do all the time, and you got to put your best foot forward.
If the seedings stay locked as they are now, the boys will have a bye, the girls will play. Mm-hmm. Which one would you, if you had your druthers, would you rather keep playing and keep the momentum going or take that break? Which one's better to you?
Kind of torn between the two because last year, we didn't get a high seed, so we had to play, and we actually got to rally, and then we did win a couple of games and punched our ticket. So with that being said, I will take the bye, because the bye is automatically you in the state tournament now. So, and then you get to kind of sit and watch your opponent and see who you have to play. So I would say, much as we go hard at practice, I'd take that little extra day off so we can watch and prepare for who we'll play against.
Well, we and the girls, we've been snake bitten with injury throughout the year. And we unfortunately just suffered another loss. One of our starters went down with a potential ACL tear on Saturday at South Jones. So we are in a situation where if we were fortunate enough to jump and get to that number 2 seed, it would really pay some dividends for us to have a little extra rest, because now the depth of our bench, going into our bench is a lot, less than what we, feel maybe most comfortable with only being able to play maybe 1 or 2 players right now consistently. Injuries, they set you back in that sense. So it would be fantastic for the girls if we could somehow jump to number 2. Yeah. But if we're going to be number 3, we're just going to, play the cards we're dealt and go and get after it.
Well, and that's the point I was going to make. A lot of your preference for that depends on the health of your team. When you get to the end of the season, if you're a little banged up, let's take a break.
Yeah.
Just everybody grab a nap. Come on, let's kind of chill out. But if you're hot, you might want to keep going just to keep the momentum going.
Look at the college football playoff. I mean, they've doing it now 2 years. The teams with the bye have 7 out of 8 have lost. You take 3 weeks off. In their situation, it's 3 weeks. But you see it in professional sports as well. Teams that get those byes sit down, they rest. You get out of the rhythm. You get out of the groove that you're in. So damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's one of those things.
So it's just inconvenient all the way around, Coach Anderson. Is that what I'm hearing here?
Yes, sir. It is, man. But I tell you what, like Coach said, I wouldn't mind having that extra day for the guys to rest. We had practice yesterday after that big win against South Jones on Tuesday, and a few of my guys were banged up. And they were just like, I said, we just going to have a light practice. We have a light practice today. They were limping, and my back hurt from taking charges, my butt, my knee, and all this. So I know going forward, because we have 3 tough games remaining, we probably could use that extra day.
I heard somebody, and you say that brings up a great point. I heard somebody last week, I think it was, talking about basketball, and they just offhandedly in the middle of their sentence referred to it as a non-contact sport, and I almost laughed myself into a coma. It's not a non-contact sport, is it?
Definitely not. No, it's not a non-contact sport. These kids are out there putting their bodies on the line. I mean, it's just it get real physical out there, especially when it's a district play, because guys want to win, and same thing for the girls,
Well, that's what I was about to ask you. Coach Kessler, the girls don't exactly go easier. Do the girls? I hate to use the word hit, but that's going to be kind of accurate. Do the girls hit harder or less hard than the guys?
Sometimes it's a little harder. Yeah. It may not be as fluent as some of the guys in their play out there, so it tends to be maybe a little harder, maybe a little rougher, awkward at times too. But our team, we're small. We try to play fast because we're pretty much all guards. So the fast pace sometimes could create more traffic, more havoc, more slamming into people, things like that, getting on the floor for loose balls, diving after the ball. So yeah, you're going to get your bumps and bruises, girls and guys both alone. Yes.
Yeah, and especially when you get to this point in the season, and even more so once the playoffs start, because it's win or go home. And
that's right. Absolutely.
You're going to leave everything on the court every single time you tip off.
That's absolutely right, Dave. We just recognized our seniors. Coach Anderson has 4 seniors. We recognized 2 players and a manager on our side. We've basically tell you, this is it. This is your last ride, and let's do this for the seniors. It's win or go home, like you said. So right. with that game the other night, the atmosphere was amazing. I just want to say thanks to all the North Pike family and friends that came out, packed that gym. Awesome. It was standing room only. The girls got a good 22-point win. The boys avenged a loss from 3 days prior down there at South Jones to win in overtime. The crowd was just electric. We had 2 good teams in that boys game really going at it back and forth. They jumped on top of our boys by 16 points early in the game. Our boys never quit. They fought back and just got back to close at halftime, and then the second half and the overtime was just a second half and overtime to remember. It was a classic. It really was, and it was exciting. It's just a preview of what's about to come with this district tournament over the course of 3 days.
And if you wanted to see some dunks and steals, and it had all the highlights that you wanted to see, alley hoops, catching off the rim, all that was there.
Is it harder or easier to keep them focused and on track after a big emotional win like that than if you just went out and got a regular win or a loss? Does that make it a little bit harder to keep them in the zone mentally?
Look, we talking about kids here. It's hard, period, keeping them locked in.
Fair point.
Look, after every win, I'm talking about being consistent and keeping it rolling. But you have to find ways to connect with them and just motivate them so they'll be ready to play. And for the most part, our guys and girls, they usually bounce back pretty good after each game. So it doesn't take much. But like I say, these are kids we're dealing with, so we definitely have to find a way to motivate them and get their attention to keep them going.
Now, what do we have in the future here? What's on the schedule? What are we looking at to finish up the year?
Tomorrow night, we will host Laurel Tornadoes. The Lady Tornadoes are the #1 team in the state in 5A.
Of course.
They are, I think, 23-2. There are only 2 losses coming to Biloxi. Big 7A on the coast, who is a very big powerhouse and is the top overall team in the state. So they present all kinds of problems for our girls. They are loaded inside at 6'3" and 6'2" with post players inside. With Division I offers and 2 Clarion Ledger Dandy Dozen players to start the year. Their guard play is extremely well. They shoot it well, they dribble it well, they pass it well.
Yeah.
It will be a very tough task, as it was 2 weeks ago for us when we went there. It'll be a very tough task for our girls. So we need to get through this game without any additional injuries or any issues, and really focus on next week with Natchez away. We finish on the road, which is really good for us to prepare to host a district tournament. We have 2 games next week away from the campus, so we can get the gym ready, hospitality room ready, the parking, all that. The meeting of the minds will come together and get a big plan together. And so, but we finish at Natchez Tuesday and then at Brookhaven just up the road on Friday. And that has a lot of implications, more specifically for the boys, that schedule. And Coach could talk about how Laurel's done and where we are with boys.
Yeah, we got 2 losses in district play, and one of them is from Laurel, and the other one is from South Jones. So we took care of South Jones on Tuesday, got our revenge back. Now we got to take care of business tomorrow night with Laurel. And both teams are big. They got tall kids, 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" kid. So that's one of the things we got to key in on, is blocking them out and keeping them off the boards. That's what pretty much hurt us against South Jones and Laurel the first time around, were the rebounds. And so we kind of did a better job on Tuesday with it, limited their second chance points. So now we got to go back and do it for Laurel on Friday. I think if we take care of business tomorrow like we should, we game planning right now, we'll get ready and prepare for Natchez and Brookhaven to try to close the season out. And both of those teams, both are good teams also. So, but if we win out, we'll hold that #1 spot, and that's the goal.
What happened? Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but hold on. I apologize. I'm about to go down the back in my day road. But back in my day, you had a 6'4" kid walking through the high school. Everybody stopped and stared, and now it's half the lunchroom when they go to eat. It seems like is well over 6 feet. What happened?
I have no idea. Wherever they at, I need them.
Yeah.
Because
they're not in our lunchroom, Dave.
That's right. I'm gonna be honest with you. We playing some good ball right now. I don't have a very big team like Coach was saying about here, but the way our guys play, they get after it like they're a bunch of 6'4", 6'5" guys. I mean, they rebound, they dunking, they steal, getting steals and getting after the ball. But we would love to have that 6'4", 6'5" guy to come out.
Absolutely.
But they're not just walking around our campus. And if they are, they don't really want to play basketball,
They're around because we see them on the court. I mean, we're going up against girls that are 6'1", 6'2", and like tomorrow night, 6'3", and we're seeing them. They're all over. But they're not in Jaguar Nation.
They're not here.
They're in listening view, and you want to enroll. Come on, we need you.
We need them, yeah.
So what you're saying is we need to start some sort of nutrition program for expectant mothers in the North Pike district.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
It can't hurt, right, guys? Come on.
right.
A little investment in the future
That's
there.
right.
So a regular season winding down tomorrow night and then Tuesday. And then the playoffs begin next Friday?
February 10th, the following Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have that Brookhaven game away next Friday. And then so we'll go the 10th, the 12th, and the 13th. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday will be there'll be 4 games every night right here in our gymnasium. The 3-6 finishers will play. The 4-5 will play. Again, 1 and 2 get a bye. Don't have to play till Thursday. And so winners will play on Thursday in the semifinals. And then on Friday, if you lose on Thursday, you still get a chance to play on Friday for seeding for the South State tournament. So there'll be a consolation game at 4 and 5:15 to determine whether you're a 3 or a 4 for the playoffs. And then the championship games will be at 6:30 and 7:45. And so that'll give you your 1 and 2 seeds, which if you're in the championship game, you're going to host a first-round playoff game.
Yeah.
If you're in that 3-4 game, you're going to have to go on the road for your first playoff game. So it's pretty exciting. If either one of our teams are able to get to that championship game, we know we're going to have more basketball in our gymnasium the following week. It's really exciting.
That is awesome. And, I'm just going to correct you here, Coach. I know how this works. I know how everything lays out. But so when both teams make it to that level, we'll just host here.
Let's do it.
That's right.
Is that
I love
okay?
it. Sounds great.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go, Jags.
I had a feeling I could get you on. I got you on board with a expectant mother nutrition program. I figured that was an easy one.
That was an easy one.
Look, it was nice. It was nice last year when we both made it to the round, Elite 8, and we went to Pearl River together. So let's do it again.
Yeah, that's the goal this year. The quarterfinals are played at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College down in Perk and Wiggins. So that's the goal. If you can get past the first round, whether it's home or away, you're going to play in that nice new gymnasium they built down there with a chance to punch your ticket to the big house.
We were 1 point away last year. 1 point.
Let me totally off the subject before we go here, but not really. When you're going to Perkinston, when you're going down to Gulf Coast, why does it feel like from Wiggins to Gulf Coast is about 17 hours long?
Yeah.
Is it just me?
Yeah, yep, it is.
It feels like
on the 2 lane.
Yeah, you get to Wiggins, it's fine, and after that, you're driving and you're driving and you're driving. But you know what? If you win, it's a much shorter trip home.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
That's the goal. We want to get there and have a chance to win it and get to the big house in Jackson.
Details tomorrow night, tip-off. Where can Jaguar Nation show up to support the team?
Games will start at 5 o'clock with a JV girls game at North Pike. JV girls at 5. The varsity girls will immediately follow at 6, and then the boys will tip off as soon as that game is over, approximately 7:30, 7:45.
Fantastic. And if you have a kid who's well over 6 feet, call one of these 2 people.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't matter which one. If you got the wrong one, they'll direct you to the other one because we talk about the team. You guys are a team together,
Absolutely.
the 2 of you. It's very obvious when they walk in the room. I can tell you guys are rowing the same canoe in the same direction.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Got to.
Right,
it don't work if you don't. You got to.
You don't have a choice because you're each other's assistant.
That's right.
So you're always dealing with the boss.
That's right. That's right.
Do you ever get confused sometimes and start barking some orders and go, oh, wait, no, this one's yours. You do this.
Hey, we bounce ideas off each other in timeouts all the time, but ultimately it's his final call when it's boys, mine with the girls. But we respect that, and we give our opinions, and we respect each other's opinions 100%.
But I am quick to ask them in timeouts, like, what you think, Coach? What you see? So
Come
like
here.
Yeah.
What?
Like the game the other night, it was getting tight and intense. Look, I was like, look, what y'all see? Talk to me.
That's right.
Well, that's a sign of a good leader.
Absolutely.
There are no bad ideas from any direction.
Yep.
There's just ideas you decide to go in a different direction from. Doesn't make it a bad idea. Guys, I always enjoy having you in here, and I'll have you in here more in a week or two and enjoy it even more then, because we'll have something else to talk about, right?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Coach Ryan Kessler, Coach Terrell Anderson, North Pike basketball about to get to the good part. So make sure you're there for the good part and get out to support them. North Pike Thursday, brought to you by Southwest Health Systems and Southwest Supply. We continue on this Thursday morning. Right after this, keep it here.
Southwest Supply Company is your local source for supplying your office, restaurant, concession stand, or household, cleaning and janitorial supplies, food service items, and more. We're proud to be able to deliver all of your office supplies, office furniture, and business machines. Call 601-684-5521 or visit us at 1036 Gordon Covington Road in Summit. Southwest Supply Company, delivering weekly to Macomb, Brookhaven, and surrounding areas.
Every now and then, we remind all of you loving, awesome, hardworking husbands that you have a premium it's time to renew. No, it's not life insurance, car insurance, or health insurance. It's way more important than those. I'm Kristen. Gentlemen, it's time to renew those long-term wife insurance policies. When you surprise her with a gift from Selman's, you remind her that no matter what lies ahead, you and she will get through it together. Your gift tells her this long-term wife insurance policy is for life. Renew your long-term wife insurance policy right here at Selman's. We're in it for the long term with you.
Ladies, your health is your priority, and the Women's Health Center in Macomb is here to support you. We're thrilled to announce the return of Dr. Ann Vu. Dr. Vu joins our dedicated team, including Dr. Kevin Richardson, nurse practitioner Shayla Stanberry, and midwife Tara Givens. From routine checkups to specialized care, we offer comprehensive services tailored to your needs. Schedule your appointment today. Visit us at 1318 Harrison Avenue or call 601-684-2300. The Women's Health Center, where your well-being comes first.
Don't miss Dave in the morning. Even when you miss it the first time, you can catch it on the podcast. Missing out would be a crime. SuperTalk 93.5 is always the place to be. Want to get the podcast version? Here, my friend, is the key. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com. It's all around, it's all the Spotify, Amazon, or Apple, or just right there on the page. Dave in the morning, late at night, or anytime you have the crave. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com.
Weekday mornings at 6 after 9 on 93.5 FM, or you can catch up anytime by going to
SuperTalkPikeCounty.com.
Dave in the morning at SuperTalkPikeCounty.com. Catch up and catch on.
Each time I'm with you, I lose my mind because I'm bending over backwards to relate. It's one thing to complain, but when you're driving me insane, well then I think it's time that we took a break. Maybe we're just trying too hard, when really it's closer than it is too far. 'Cause I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep up above in my head instead of going under. 'Cause I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep up above in my head
Welcome back. Super Talk, Mississippi, Pike County, 93.5. Thursday morning. Dave Hughes here. Much better outside, and the forecast looking pretty good, too. High today of 55, low tonight of 37. We will not drop down below freezing, well, until tomorrow night. Let's talk about that. The clouds start to increase. It's going to make you nervous tomorrow. We're going to go to mostly cloudy skies for Friday with a high of 49, a low tomorrow night of 21. But we're going to have a north wind blowing at 15 miles an hour, gusting as high as 25 miles an hour, which means the wind chill tomorrow night is going to be as low as 9, not 19, 9 degrees for a wind chill tomorrow night. Sunny skies on Saturday, but going to be another instance where we will not break the freezing mark. High on Saturday near 30, but a north wind blowing at 15 to 20 miles an hour on Saturday, gusting to as high as 30 miles an hour. So the wind chill will be infinity cold. I haven't done the math. I don't want to do the math because I'm in a good mood. I don't want to depress myself. Saturday night, clear skies. A low around 17. We'll still have a north wind blowing, but only about 5 to 10 miles per hour for Saturday evening. But notice, nowhere in there is there any mention of precipitation for us. Not even a slight chance. Nothing. It's just going to be cold. We could deal with that. Now, there is precipitation associated with this second burst, but it's going to be on the East Coast. It's really going to kick in over in Alabama and from east and northeast from there. But we're not included in that here in Mississippi, and especially in southwest Mississippi. So for now, the forecast looks pretty good. Sunday, we'll start a warming trend. High of 43, low of 25. Monday, high of 54, low of 31. And then next Tuesday, sunny skies with a high near 60, a low that night near 40. Now, by then, we do get a slight chance of showers back in the forecast, but it's just going to be wet. A low of 40, no risk of anything there. That chance of showers will stick around through Wednesday with a high of 58. So we're completely avoiding the winter precipitation conversation this go around, but it is going to be deadly cold. I'm sorry, if the wind chill is 9, that can cause health problems if you're out in it for too long without, proper protection and clothing and the like. So again, this weekend, plan to check up on the shut-ins, the elderly, the folks that need checking up on. Here's the part that I think sometimes we miss. The folks that need checking up on includes everybody. So keep that in mind. Keep that on your schedule. Now, as Mose pointed out, and yes, I saw it, we talked about it yesterday. House Bill 1284 died in committee yesterday. Did not make it out of the House Universities and Colleges Committee. It goes bye-bye. Representative Trey Lamar, who put the thing forward to begin with, I don't think he's going to try sneaking in anywhere else because it's a half-formed idea at best. Representative Terrell Porter from Summit talked to the Enterprise Journal, and he was talking about this and said, he asked, the whole purpose of that was to save money. We're going to save money. Remember, we talked about it yesterday. We were going to save money on administrative costs and roll those back into higher salaries for teachers and everything else. In other words, this is an entire exercise in buzzwords, if you ask me. Representative Porter, I thought this was interesting, said he spoke to Trey Lamar about it, talked to the Legislative Budget Office, asked them how much money is going to be saved by doing this. And nobody could tell him The entire purpose of this was to save money, and they couldn't tell you how much would be saved. The answer, by the way, I can go ahead and tell you this. Apparently, I'm better than the Legislative Budget Office on this issue. The answer is not enough to justify the costs in other ways than financially. Not even close. And that's why it just kind of went away this time. But I do agree with Representative Porter on another way. This isn't over. Might very well be over for this session. I'm pretty sure it is. It could still be snuck in to something else as an addendum, but it's not going to happen this year. Next year and the year after. Representative Porter said after the statewide elections in 2027 may come up. Not going to do something like this leading up to an election. Next year is an election year. Yeah, it's probably not the anthill you want to kick the top off of right now. However, that doesn't mean it's gone forever. This is not even the first time Representative Lamar has brought this up. It was several years back he brought this up. So what we have to do is pay very close attention, because I want to tell you something. You reaching out to your elected officials. We had a lot of letters written by local elected officials. We had a lot of just plain old constituents like you and I sending communications to people, to their elected representatives, saying, don't you dare do this. That had an impact. That has an impact. Once the uproar hit the Capitol building in Jackson, everybody said, yeah, no, let's not even touch this. But things change. As I said, next year is a statewide election year. Maybe not the time, but January 2028, when the session starts, I would expect it to come up again. We have to continue to pay attention, and you have to be ready with a trigger finger to reach out again and let your voice be heard when and if that happens. I put when and if in there just trying to be, positive and cover all the bases. I don't think there's much if. I think it's a question of when. So we have to pay attention. We have to keep watching, because some stupid ideas never die. This one is apparently immortal. So we have to keep beating it back down. And we'll do it again. We're going to let you know. We're keeping an eye on this. We, as you know, here at SuperTalk, we keep an eye on everything the state legislature is doing. And most of the time, let's be honest, between you and I, it's just you and I here, 90% of the stuff that comes out of the state legislature, most people just kind of shrug their shoulders and keep moving on. They're like, yeah, well, it doesn't affect me. Yeah, no big deal. No matter how much everybody wants you to believe that every single issue and every single one of the hundreds of bills every year is of vital importance to you, that's just not true. That is not true at all. But unfortunately, that has the effect of allowing things like House Bill 1284 to get buried in the noise. And if it gets buried and nobody catches it, nobody realizes that it's even there, we could see a different outcome. So we have to pay attention. We pay attention here at SuperTalk. Trust me, if this comes back up, you'll hear about it. We will very quickly let you know, and we will mobilize the machine again. Bear Army will march once more, because did a great job this time, and thank you to everyone who spoke out about this. We did not win the war. We just won this battle. I think is the best way to look at it. Celebrate the win. Good job. Don't relax. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to happen again. I mean, Trey Lamar, He's the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee. Representative Porter told the EJ that Representative Lamar has sent around $30 million to his own district. Representative Porter said, quote, "Here's a guy who took home more money to his own district than what community colleges were requesting." So we just have to keep our eyes open, keep our ears open, and be ready to go. If anything, the next time this comes up, because I feel confident it will, we need to be even louder. There needs to be a tidal wave of opposition to this the next time something like it is suggested. Because otherwise it'll just slide through and nobody will find out until it's over. Oh, everybody's watching now. I'm just saying this session, pretty much dead. Next session, I don't see them bringing this up in an election year. The year after that, 2 years from now. Let's just keep this on our mind, keep our eyes open, keep our ears open, and keep our inbox open, ready to go. Because you did a good job. Let's continue doing that good job so that we can keep what we've got. Why has it suddenly in the world in general, I'm not even just talking about this specific issue, but just in general. You know, in America, and I remember this from back in my younger days, everybody, it was a daily fight, but it was a daily fight to build something. It was a daily fight to advance, to progress, to improve life for everyone. That was the daily fight. Now it seems like the daily fight is to desperately just try to hold on to what we already have, as much of it as possible. That's not a good change. Culturally, that's not a healthy change. But am I wrong? That's what it feels like. We are no longer fighting to build and improve. We're just fighting to hopefully maintain. Stagnation is never a good longevity strategy. You want to still be pumping right along in 100 years? Well, let's do the best we can to keep things just like they are. Yeah, that's not a recipe for success there. Never has been. That's not how we got to where we're at. America has always been the country where you fight, you improve, you build, and you make things better. It just doesn't, and the reality is almost meaningless in this conversation. You can argue that one way or the other all you want. It's almost meaningless because the general perception amongst the population is that at best, we're treading water. That's a good way to get tired and drown. You can only do that for so long. This entire thing, we had to raise a ruckus to keep something as important and integral as Southwest Mississippi Community College the way it is. You know, as the #1 community college in the state. When you fight and fight and fight and work hard and build until you are the best at what you do, and then somebody wants that to go away and you have to fight to keep your existence after making it to #1, we have a seriously broken system in a lot of ways. And we better start addressing that aspect of it. Because again, treading water will keep you alive for a while. And then Well, let's not let it get to that point. We continue on this Thursday morning on SuperTalk, Mississippi, Pike County. Right after this, keep it here.
Dr. Patrick Daigle is now seeing patients at Mississippi Women's OBGYN. While his location has changed from the Women's Health Center, Dr. Daigle's commitment to exceptional care remains stronger than ever. You'll find the same trusted care now at a new location within the Southwest Health Network. Dr. Daigle and Dr. James Nobles providing comprehensive women's health services at Mississippi Women's OBGYN. Same trusted care, new location, 205 Marion Avenue in Macomb, or call 601-250-4275.
Every now and then, we remind all of you loving, awesome, hardworking husbands that you have a premium it's time to renew. No, it's not life insurance, car insurance, or health insurance. It's way more important than those. I'm Kristen. Gentlemen, it's time to renew those long-term wife insurance policies. When you surprise her with a gift from Selmans, you remind her that no matter what lies ahead, you and she will get through it together. Your gift tells her this long-term wife insurance policy is for life. Renew your long-term wife insurance policy right here at Selmans. We're in it for the long term with you.
Don't miss Dave in the morning. Even when you miss it the first time, you can catch it on the podcast. Missing out would be a crime. SuperTalk 93.5 is always the place to be. Wanna get the podcast version? Here, my friend, is the key. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com. It's all there and it's all the rage. Spotify, Amazon, or Apple, just right there on the page. Dave in the morning, late at night, or anytime you have the crave. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com.
Dave Hughes here. Remember, every weekday morning at 9:06, it's Dave in the Morning, where we solve the problems of the world, or at least complain about them really loudly and sarcastically. And if you miss out, you can catch up with the podcast version of Dave in the Morning at SuperTalkPikeCounty.com. Welcome back. You're seeing the video in your head. If not, go watch the video with Christopher Walken. If you've seen it, it's playing in your head while the music plays. Welcome back, SuperTalk, Mississippi, Pike County, 93.5 on a Thursday morning. Not bad out there. Currently in Pike County, the temperature on the thermometer starts with a 4. Well, barely. It's 40, but we'll take it. That counts. That definitely counts. Don't forget, you heard Richard talking about it this morning. We'll continue talking about it throughout the day. If you're headed north on I-55, only for a certain amount of it. They still have the part up around Batesville closed, trying to clear it off. After we had people that spent basically 2 days almost stuck on the interstate, unable to get off, unable to do anything, they're up there now clearing it out to where we have an avenue of travel. Both 55 and 22 up there are basically closed down. 22, they're making some progress on. 55, they're also making progress on, but hopefully later today they'll get that open. We'll just have to wait and see when that happens. But if for whatever reason you're headed north, you got to run up to Nashville or something, or to Memphis, 55 is not going to be an option all the way up to the state line. We have to do a better job of dealing with these kind of things. I don't think that's even a controversial statement. And I think this goes back to what we were talking about in the last segment about just having to fight to keep what you've got. Well, sometimes that leads us to an area where it's not a sense of complacency, but it smells a lot like it. It'll be okay. It'll work out. Everything will be fine. We have to do a better job. Now, preparation is a spotty thing, getting ready for it, because you don't know exactly where something like this is going to happen. When the forecasting started last week, it was going to happen in the Delta. They were going to get a repeat of 1994. And then it moved over to the east, moved up to the north a little bit in the last day or two before it came in. So preparation-wise, you heard, I don't know if you heard, but Monday I was talking with Brad White from MDOT and mentioned about pre-staging assets, pre-staging, salt trucks, sand trucks, personnel, whatever. And he said they had gotten away from that because they found out that when they did that, sometimes the things they really needed somewhere else got stuck and couldn't get there. So it's more of a centralized location, and that's fine. But we still have to do a better job. In no way is it acceptable to have people stuck in their car for a day and a half on the interstate with no option to go to Plan B. We got to work on that. That goes all the way down to local levels. Now, around here, we got lucky. We didn't have to deal with any of this. We hear about what's going on still in North Mississippi, and we're like, man, that stinks. Want to help, have sympathy for them, have empathy for them, because we've been there before too. But it doesn't affect us day to day. However, I think everybody in every part of the state, because again, it was about 9 years ago, I think it was, where we had the last big ice storm that came through Pike County and laid down several inches of ice all over everything. And it caused a mess and everything shut down. I know it's talked about all the time. I know emergency officials have plans in place. Have we talked about them in light of current situations and current, capacity? If it wasn't Oxford, it was Macomb, what would we do? How would we handle it? This is, at worst, this is a great opportunity for people to get together and refresh their plans and talk it through, because we have a lab experiment going on in Oxford right now on dealing with something like this. I just think it's a good idea. Elected officials, everybody. What will we do? Except in Macomb, because they can't figure out how bank accounts work. But everywhere else can have a conversation. Too sarcastic? Au contraire, mon frère. I'm going to have to correct you. It may not have been sarcastic enough. Final break, and we'll close it down for this Thursday after this.
Every now and then, we remind all of you loving, awesome, hardworking husbands that you have a premium it's time to renew. No, it's not life insurance, car insurance, or health insurance. It's way more important than those. I'm Kristen. Gentlemen, it's time to renew those long-term wife insurance policies. When you surprise her with a gift from Selman's, you remind her that no matter what lies ahead, you and she will get through it together. Your gift tells her this long-term wife insurance policy is for life. Renew your long-term wife insurance policy right here at Selman's. We're in it for the long term with you.
Tired of living with an overactive bladder? Constant trips to the restroom and sudden leaks don't have to disrupt your life. Axonics Therapy at Southwest Urology Clinic offers a long-term solution helping you regain control and confidence. This advanced FDA-approved treatment is safe, effective, and designed to fit your lifestyle, and best of all, it's right here close to home. Take the first step toward lasting relief. Call Southwest Urology Clinic at 601-250-4344 today to learn more about Axonics Therapy, because confidence starts with control.
Don't miss Dave in the morning, even when you miss it the first time. You can catch it on the podcast, missing out would be a crime. SuperTalk 93.5 is always the place to be. Wanna get the podcast version? Here, my friend, is the key. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com, it's all there and it's all the rage. Spotify, Amazon, or Apple are just right there on the page. Dave in the morning, late at night, or anytime you have to pray. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com, it's all there and it's all the rage. Spotify, Amazon, or Apple, or just right there on the page.
Closing time. Open all the doors and let you out into the world. Closing time.
That'll do it.
Turn all of the lights.
We have run the clock out on this Thursday morning. An hour ago, right as we were going on the air. Thought during the break I'd go check. Mississippi Department of Transportation put out an update as of 9 o'clock this morning. Both I-55 from Batesville to Como, the northbound side, and both directions of 22 from Red Banks to the Tennessee state line closed, and said they will update when that changes. So, yeah, if you're headed that way, don't do it. They also reported that there are still instances of ice on roads and bridges in 23 Mississippi counties. Again, we only have 82 counties. So a quarter of Mississippi is still dealing with ice on roads and bridges. See, I told you were having a good week. You didn't believe me. I want you to have a wonderful Thursday. Get ready for a cold weekend. Check up on those pipes. Get ready to deal with the pets, the plants, and the people. And you and I will reconvene Monday morning at 9:06 here on SuperTalk Mississippi. Pike County chasing foul balls up tomorrow. I'll be back on Monday, my friend. I'll see you then.
SuperTalk Mississippi Media Production.